Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
We're talking about sports. Today, we're going to go over the Cleveland Browns salary review and off-season moves for 2022. Cleveland, Baker, what the hell is going on? Kevin Stefanski. Someone needs to answer these questions. Somebody needs to tell me when this team is going to get to the promised land. Something that we have not seen really yet. Kevin Stefanski had that one good year with 8-9 last year, third in the division. Really, this division is for anyone to grab. Let's hop into it. We're going to go right away to the first slide. Mike's going to explain it to you. Mike, go ahead.
Okay, so first we're going to look at their cap space. We see $26.2 million. That's what they have available right now. Now, the players in green. So let's go to Jarvis Landry for a moment. We see if you cut Jarvis Landry, that means you save $14.8 million. So you add that to your cap space. You can spend that on re-signing players or signing somebody in free agency. Now the players in red. So you go to John Johnson and you see $9 million in red. If you cut John Johnson, you lose $9 million towards your cap. So you would take $9 million from that $26.2 million.
Yeah. So overall, again, look at this. Let us know who you think you would cut. Again, some guys that really pop out to me: J.C. Treader, $8.2 million; Jack Conklin, $6 million; Jarvis Landry, $14.8 million; Kareem Hunt, $6.25 million. Again, I'm not saying cut these guys. What I'm saying is that it just makes you consider. It's a big number. If you cut Myles Garrett, you may be a moron. Okay, just putting that out there. So this is what you got here: $26.2 million. The lineup right now, the guys that are on your screen are guys that are currently under contract. That are not under contract, they're going to be on the next slide. The guys that are not under contract, you can't save money or lose money by cutting them or letting them walk. They just go. So you got $26.2 million to sign free agents and to re-sign the players on the next slide. Mike, let us know about this slide.
Okay, so this is the notable losses, but before I get into the players, I got to give a thanks to our numbers guy. He figures out the expected contracts and the percentage snaps plays. Noah the bowling pin Thompson. Without him, we wouldn't be able to make these videos, so I'd like to thank you, Noah. Now, getting into the players. We got notable losses. We got Jadeveon Clowney, edge. He's expected to have a 1-year $15.0 million deal, so $15 million straight. And he played 60.6% of the snaps. Next, we got tight end David Njoku. Expected contract is a 3-year, $37.5 million deal. He played 60.5% of the snaps. Now we got strong safety Ronnie Harrison. His contract is supposed to be a 1-year, $4.75 million deal, and he played 52.3% of the snaps. Next, we got wide receiver Rashad Higgins. Expected contract is a 1-year, $2 million deal, and he played 46% of the snaps. Next, we got edge Tarkus McKinley. He's expected the 1-year, $4 million deal. 28.6% of the snaps is what he played this year. And finally, linebacker Anthony Walker. His expected contract is a 2-year, $8 million deal, and he played 62.8% of the snaps.
Yeah, so here you go. Rule of thumb here for this one is higher the percent of snaps played, more likely a chance you usually are brought back. To be honest with you, no one's really in that 70, 80, 90% range, but you do see a few guys around 60%. That doesn't mean if you play 40%, you don't get re-signed. But again, just typically, if you played a lot last year and you play good, you're going to get brought back. So let's go to the next slide where we're going to have our potential targets. Here you go, potential targets. Estimated cap space, $26.2 million. Our estimated cut is Jarvis Landry for $14.8 million. You cut him, you're up to $41 million in estimated cap space available. We got estimated signings. You bring him back Jadeveon Clowney on a 1-year, $15 million deal, $15 million cap hit. Anthony Walker, 2 years, $8 million, $4 million cap hit. For Alonzo Fadakasi, 3-year, $24.9 million, $8.3 million cap hit. Anthony Barr, 2-year, $14.4 million, $7.2 million cap hit. Jamison Crowder, 1-year, $4.5 million, $4.5 million cap hit. Say total cost is $39 million, which leaves you with $2 million in estimated remaining cap space. Team needs, let's see what we're filling. You need a wide receiver, a defensive tackle, edge, and linebacker. Well, let's see what we got. We're signing. Let's start who we're re-signing. We're re-signing edge rusher Jadeveon Clowney to fill in that edge position need, and we're re-signing Anthony Walker to that linebacker position need. On top of that, we are signing Jamison Crowder at the wide receiver position. We are signing for Alonso Fadakasi at the defensive tackle position. And we are signing Anthony Barr to fill in that linebacker position need. And last but not least, we're drafting the first 3 rounds. We're drafting wide receiver Traylon Burks with a first-round pick. Second round, we're drafting Travis Jones with a second-round pick to fill in that defensive tackle need. And last but not least, in the third round, we got yet another wide receiver, John Mechie, in the third round to fill in another wide receiver need that you guys need. And you guys get another third-round pick that we're not predicting because it's real late third round. And in the fourth round, same thing. It's tough to predict those late third round, late fourth round picks. So let's hop in now to your 2022-2023 projected depth chart. Mike, take it away.
Okay, so first we're going to be looking at the players in green. So we got Jamison Crowder. These are players that were signed from free agency, the ones highlighted in green. Jadeveon Clowney comes back. We got Fadakasi coming in and starting, and we got Anthony Barr. Now we got the players in orange who are re-signed. So Anthony Walker is a re-sign. And then the players in light blue. Now I will say one thing. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the movie Draft Day based off the Cleveland Browns, but their owner wanted a splash. If they do this in the draft, if the Browns do this in the draft, this is an absolute splash. Bringing in wide receivers Traylon Burks, John Mechie, and defensive lineman Travis Jones. This is a big draft for Cleveland, hitting positions of needs greatly, which will help this team.
Yeah. And look, again, when we're doing the panel here, when our panel took at this and our panel of experts figured out what we're going to do this free agency, the main focus was, all right, bring back the guys that played good last year, right? Bring back Jadeveon Clowney to have a threat with Myles Garrett, bring in, Fadakasi to fill in that defensive tackle spot, bring in Anthony Barr to fill in a linebacker need with Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, re-sign Anthony Walker, right? You have 2 pretty good safeties in John Johnson and Grant Delpit, 2 good corners in Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward. There's no yellow. Yellow usually means that you need something, or they're a placeholder, or they're not good. There's no yellow on here, okay? And people say, oh, why the hell are you bringing in 2 wide receivers? Because our question now becomes, and Mike will agree with me probably with this, we know the rest of the team. The only question on this team right now truly has to be, really, Kevin Stefanski, who I like, and I think, Mike, you like him too, correct?
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield. And it's one of them that aren't getting this done. And the way you figure out who it is here, you bring in 2 wide receivers, 2 good wide receivers, Traylon Burks and John Mechie with Donovan Peoples-Jones. And you got Austin Hooper, you got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. This offense is not getting any better than this. This is as good as it's going to get for a quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Really good line, good tight end, really good wide receivers, and a really good veteran receiver in Jamison Crowder. Your defense is really good too, to be honest. So this is really going to apply the pressure on Mayfield to show off. If he's good, he's going to stay. If he's not, then he's going to have to go. Let us know what you guys think on that take. Long story short, Mike, what do you got for the Browns this year? They went 8-9 last year. What do you think this year?
I do want to comment on the one thing. If there's anybody on this list that's going to be yellow, it's going to be Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Because we need to see Baker Mayfield take that step. This was supposed to be the year he was supposed to take that step, and he did the exact opposite. I don't know if the problem's Kevin Stefanski. I see Baker Mayfield miss open wide receivers week in and week out, and that is something that needs to be addressed. I understand he was injured this year. He had the left shoulder injury, which was a serious injury. But we need to see improvement from Baker Mayfield. The excuses have to stop at this point. He has the weapons to do so. This is a phenomenal football team on paper. We just need to see them get everything together, and Baker needs to take that strive towards being great. He's got 2 phenomenal running backs. If they do what we think they're going to do in the draft, and they draft these receivers and surround him with these weapons, it needs to work, and it needs to work now. I think this team can win 9 games again, but they should, with this roster, you should win 12 games. I'm going to be honest with you. You should. It all lies on Baker Mayfield's shoulders.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I've been very impressed with the Browns drafting this point, and every year they seem like they do what I want them to do. Like players that I want them to take, just anybody to take. Owusu-Koramoah was a great player last year. I wanted any team to take. They take him. That's a steal. Jedrick Wills, my favorite offensive tackle coming out a few years ago. They have him here. You got Denzel Ward, another one of my favorite corners, everyone's favorite corner. They got him here. Greg Newsome, I really liked a lot. Have him here. Favorite safety, Grant Delpit. Have him here. Myles Garrett, phenomenal edge rusher. Have him here, right? I love Traylon Burks. John Mechie is also very good. If they do this again, the GM does what we got them doing, then I feel like it falls back on coaching or Mayfield. If the GM, and so far the GMs have been doing pretty dang good jobs, in my opinion. If the GM doesn't do these moves, then you got to kind of scratch your head and even look at the GM and say, wait, why aren't you surrounding? Give Mayfield talent. Do this. Do this. I can't yell it enough. You got to get it done. Give him weapons so there's no excuses. Then you got one thing, because like Mike said before, it's on paper, right, Mike? You said this team on paper looks good, correct?
Yeah.
Well, then it falls back on two things at that point. Either the coach is not building the right culture in this locker room, or the quarterback is failing. And I feel like this year, and I'm not going to be hard on this team because I'm going to be honest with you, last year was very terrible circumstances. It was just, I think it was just terrible. Number one, the Bengals got hot, and Mayfield went down with an injury. And Stefanski, I mean, he was missing throws, this, that, and the other thing. You can't really, and the OBJ thing and all that. But OBJ did look like a superstar after that, didn't he? And I know Mayfield couldn't get it to him with his arm and stuff. But look, long story short, this year, Baker, listen, I defend the quarterback more than anybody. I defend all the quarterbacks. I'm somewhat defending Baker for last year, but he needs to show me something. You got a phenomenal offensive line. You got 2 starting running backs in the NFL. You got really good wide receivers if this is what you do. You got a really good tight end in Austin Hooper, and your defense is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Do something. What's that?
He needs to show me the ability to throw the ball when it's not a play action pass.
Yeah.
Does not do good if it's not a play action pass. You look at Baker Mayfield's numbers on play, because we know this is a run first football team, which there's not a problem with that. You're a run first football team, but you need to be able to throw the ball. You need to be able to throw the ball well when a defense knows you're throwing the football.
Yeah, absolutely. So
he has not done over the course of his Browns career.
All right, Mike, if they do these moves, they're 8-9 last year. What do they do this year?
Like I told you, if with good quarterback play, this team could win 11, 12 games. But assuming we see the same Baker Mayfield we've been seeing, probably 9 or 10 wins.
Yeah, I'm going to go around 9, 10 wins too. And again, like you said, I just don't know we're going to see that consistency from Baker Mayfield. Again, not knocking Baker at all. You and me both said after he got drafted here and we started knowing him, he was the right guy attitudes-wise to change the culture. Well, they changed the culture. They started doing good, and now they completely lost the culture. I don't know what's going on. So, look, this Browns team needs to get it together, because if they don't get it together this year, Stefanski and Mayfield, and Stefanski, who I'm a huge fan of, could be on the hot seat, because this team on paper is way too good not to be making playoff pushes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope the best for you Cleveland Browns fans. Really, you're probably the most loyal fan base. You guys, the Raiders fan base, the Jets fan base. Who else is some pretty bad teams for years, Mike? Who else you can think of on the top of your head? I'm drawing a blank real fast. The Lion fan base. I mean, really.
It's before Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, again, Browns fans, we're with you. We're riding with you. Again, I hope nothing for the best, but we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are built better. Mike, I stole your line, Mike. Say it for me. We are
Built better.
See you guys soon. Peace.